Alright, we are going to look at part C of question 8 of the May 2022 CSEC Maths paper. Here it says, on the grid below, plot the 4 lines associated with the inequalities in A and B. Shade and label the region that satisfies all 4 inequalities. R. We're going to shade the region R. Alright, so we have 4 inequalities. One of them is 2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. So let's write it up here. 2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. Now, seems like we finish with this part and these things for now. So let's just erase them. What else is under here? Alright, this. So, here now, we're going to just copy this graph and paste it over to our other screen. Copy to clipboard, paste. Nice. Let's put it down here. All right. In fact, I'm going to increase the size of it. I wonder if I increase it too much. I don't want it too big. Let me just see if I can put it this way. Once I can see all of it at once. Good. Now, let's say we're here. Plot 4 lines associated with the inequalities in A and B. Now, how are you going to deal with that part? Y is less than or equal to x. You have to remember the line y equals x, right? You plot that line. Pretend for a minute or so that it is an equation. So you plot the line y equals x. Remember the line y equals x. Whatever y is, x is the same thing. When y is 1, x is 1. Right? When y is 2, x is 2. When y is 3, x is 3. When y is 4, x is 4, and so on and so forth. So the line y equals x would be this line. So we're going to just write on it y, what was it again? Is less than or equal to? Okay, y is less than or equal to x. So you have that line. The other line, x is less than or equal to 9. Suppose you plot x equal 9. At every point on the line, x is 9. So this is x is 9, y equals 0. X is 9, y equal 1. X is 9, y equal 2. X is 9, y equal 3. X is 9, y equal 4. X is 9, y equal 5. X is 9 throughout. So x equal 9 would be this line. Alright. So this is the line x. Let me write that on it. X is less than or equal to 9. Alright. So let us see what else is happening here. X plus y is greater than or equal to 8. Let us, for a minute, look at the line x plus y equals 8. Alright? If we transpose that to y, we want to try and write it in the form y equals mx plus c, right? If we transpose for y, make y the subject of this equation, we subtract x from both sides. So you have y equals 8 minus x, which is the same as y equal negative x plus 8. Alright? Now, to see what the line looks like, suppose we choose 2 points. Could use 3 points just to make sure. What happens when x equals 0? When x is equal to 0, y, when x is 0, y would be equal to 8, because it's 0, negative 0 plus 8, which is 0 plus 8, which is 8. So, x equals 0, y equals 8. So we plot right up here as 1 point. You see that? Suppose we want to find out what happens. Use a point far from it. When x equals 8, that would be a nice point to use. This x equals 8 would be y equals negative 8 plus 8. Now you see why I say it's a nice point to use. Right? And by the way, I didn't tell you before, I didn't remind you before, remember to try the questions before I do them. Alright? In fact, what I want you to do is pause the video right now and try to make an attempt at all 4 lines. So here, go ahead. Alright, did you make an attempt at drawing all 4 lines? Let us continue what we are doing. So, negative 8 plus 8 is what? 0. Y equals 0. What do we find? When x equals 8, y is 0. It occurs when x equals 8, y is 0. It's at this point. So, we plot this point. Now, it's good practice just to make sure that you didn't make a mistake to use a third point. Suppose we use 3. Alright? When x is equal to 3, use x equal 3 and see what will happen there. When x is 3, what is y? Y would be negative 3 plus 8. What is negative 3 plus 8? It is 5. So it would happen at 3, 5. So let us see what happens here. From x equal, from that point to that point. And you see, the line goes through all 3 points. Right? So we can see it is a good point to use. Alright? We see that everything is okay with the equation. Alright. Now this line, let us label it x plus y. What was it? Greater than or equal to? X plus y. Yeah, greater than or equal to 8. Where should we label it now? Like up here would be a good point to label it. x plus y is greater than or equal to 8. Nice. After that now, just get rid of these first. After that, we're going to look at this one. 2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. Now, we have 2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. Alright? That's what we have there. Now, a while ago, we transposed the equation to be equal to the subject. You don't necessarily have to do that at all times. We could put in the numbers there and just work out the numbers for x and then just work out y. So if we do that, what happens? We say what happens when x equals, suppose we say when x equals 0. When x equals 0, what happens to y? It's 2 times 0 plus 3y is we're going to plot and pretend for a while that is an equation instead of an inequality. But we know that it's an equation. It's an inequality. Alright? So 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 30. 2 0 is 0. So 3y equals 30. 3 by what gives you 30? 3 by 10. So y equals 10. We could divide both sides by 3. So when x is 0, y is 10. Where is that point? When x is 0, y is 10. It's up here. So we plot up here. Alright. Now, let us choose another point. What would be a good point to use for x now? Alright, let us just see what happens when x equals 10. When x equals 10, 2 times 10 plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. This is 20 plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. Subtract 20 from both sides. 3y is less than or equal to 30 minus 20. You see that? So 3y is less than or equal to 10. Let's pretend as if it's an equation. So 3y is equal to 10. Oh, 10 would not be such a neat point to use, but let's work with it anyway. 10 divided by 3 would be 3 and 1/3. 3 and 1/3. 3. So when x is 10, y would be 3 and 1/3. I would say somewhere about here. But let's try yet another point. Hopefully this point will give us a clean, nice clean number instead of a fraction. Suppose we try 6. When x is 6, what is y? 2 times 6 plus 3y is equal to 30. Pretend as if it's an equation for a while. 2, 6, 12. 12 plus 3y equals 30. 3y equals 30 minus 12 is what? 30 minus 10 would be 20. Then you drop to 18. Right? Just doing it mentally. So y equals, so 18 over 3. Nice. It's 6. So x is 3. X is 6, y is 6. We should be aware now. X is 6, y is 6. So we're plotting right there. 6, 6. right here. Alright? So the line that we have goes from here through there to here. Nice. So this was 2x plus 3y less than or equal to 30. Good. Now, there we have our lines. Shade the region that satisfies all four inequalities R. It said to shade the region that satisfies all four inequalities. Hold on, let me see something here. We have x plus y greater than or equal to 8. X plus y is greater than or equal to 8. So when x is 0, y is 8. When y is 0, x is 8. So we have this line. We have 2x plus 3y less than or equal to 30. And we were at out a while ago. When x is 0, y is 10. When x is 0, y is 10. When x is 6, we have 30 minus 12 is 18. Y is 6. 6, 6. So right here, good. When you have y equals x, this line, x equals 9 would be this line. Good. They want all four inequalities. Well, we have a region here within a triangle, right, that satisfy these three inequalities right here. Satisfy those three inequalities. But they ask us for the region that satisfies all four inequalities. Now, here, x plus y. In order to see what happens here, x plus y is greater than equal to 8. If we consider this point here, say 4 and 6, 4 plus 6 is indeed greater than or equal to 8 because it is 10. So here, this is the side of the line that will satisfy that inequality. Alright? You see 2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. If you consider the same 4 and 8, where x equals 4 and y equals 8, what would happen there? X is 4 and y is 8. No, x is 4 and y is 6. It's right here. Let's test this side of the line. We could test a point over here, but let's test this point. X equals 4, x equals 6, y equals 4. When x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 4, what happens? 2 times 6 plus 3 times 4. Remember, we're using 2x plus 3y is less than or equal to 30. 2 times 6 plus 3 times 4 must be less than or equal to 30. 12 plus 12 is less than or equal to 30. It is. So we're looking at this side of the line right over here. Okay, so this region that I shaded earlier, that would not work for that line. So let's get rid of it. It's showing that when you had three inequalities, you would have shaded the triangle that they form. But now there are four inequalities. So you're going to shade some other region. Alright, so here, what about x is less than or equal to 9? Over this side of the line, this is the line, x is less than or equal to 9. Over this side is not true because x would be greater than. So over here, it would be true. For example, when x is 8, x is actually less than or equal to 9. Less than 9. So the side of the line that you would shade would be from these arrows, this side. Now, what about y equals less than or equal to x? Y must be less than or equal to x. Let us erase over here first. If we consider y is less than or equal to x, we can choose 2 points. Suppose we choose this point. X equals 3, y equals 1. Right? We're trying this point. When x is equal to 3 and y equals 1, is y less than or equal to x? It is, because 1 is less than 3. So here would work. The thing is, if you had tried a point over this side, for example, when x is 1 and y is 4, then y would be greater than x when y is supposed to be less than x. So over here would not work. Alright? So over here is the part that works. So where do they all point together? You see, with this line here, this side is not working out. Right? So this side is not going to work. This side is what works. This line over this side is not working, but this side is working. Here, with this line, over to this side would not work, but over this side would work. Based on the arrows. So you can see all the arrows are pointing within this region. So the region to shade indeed would be this region here. Alright? So we shade that region. Now, what else does it say here? Part D says, determine 2 combinations for the minimum number of cars and minivans that can be used to carry exactly 60 people on the tour. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is just break at this point and do part D. That will be the last part of the question. Part D in our next video.